Hi guys, I'm back with chapter 2 of The Skin I'm In. Just a quick recap. Last time when we read chapter 1, we discovered that we had this character Malika, who's a middle schooler, and she's really struggling with the way that she looks and being teased. And we saw the start of this conflict when this new teacher, Miss Saunders, came to school. And just to kind of rewind, Malika exactly said, I got a feeling that Miss Saunders is going to mess things up real bad for me. So today, as we read chapter 2, I want you to continue to try and understand Malika's conflict and specifically how Miss Saunders is affecting her, and maybe even thinking about what other characters are adding to her conflict. All right, here we go. Chapter 2. John thinks he's smart. I hear him still singing the Boom Boom song under his breath. I don't have to listen to it either. So instead of going to 5th period and sitting next to him, I go outside. There's plenty of kids hanging out around the corner at the pretzel place. I just have to get back to my locker for my coat and slip out the back door. Soon as I get down the hall, though, who do I see but that woman? She's all up in somebody else's business already. Young lady, she says to a girl leaning against the wall with a boy sucking on her neck, get to class. I turn to a locker like I'm trying to open it. When the girl turns Miss Saunders' way, I almost choke on my spit. It's Charlize. Man, the stuff's gonna fly now. Charlize stares at Miss Saunders like she's out of her mind. Then she laughs. I see Miss Saunders crunching up her face and cutting her eyes at Worm. Worm bursts out laughing and says, Dang, who you? Somebody's mama? I'm the new English teacher. Miss Saunders has got a real attitude when she says it too. Shoot, Char says. I sure ain't looking at that face 45 minutes every day. No way. Worm puts his arm around Char's shoulder. They walk down the hall right past me. Dang, what happened to her? He whispers. They head for the stairway to keep on locking lips. To class or to the office, Miss Saunders calls after them real loud and steady. Charlize looks at Miss Saunders and rolls her eyes. Miss Saunders has got her hands on her hips. You have something to say? Big mistake, lady, I'm thinking. Charlize is the baddest thing in this school. She ain't gonna forgive you for loud talking to her. Charlize, she's crazy like. Next thing I know, she's telling Miss Saunders to mind her own business. She says something about her face. Worm's telling Char to cool it. He's dragging her down the hall with his hand covering her big mouth. The new teacher don't know when to quit. She tells Worm to hold on a minute. Then she says her piece. She's letting Charlize know that she's traveled all over the world. And there's nothing Charlize can say about her face that she ain't heard in at least 4 languages. 4 different languages. Char says, if you're so high and mighty, what are you doing in a dump like this? Miss Saunders puts down her briefcase. When she does, her Gucci watch flashes. This lady's got some money. Big time cash. I want to give something back, Miss Saunders says. You want to give something back? Charlize asks, putting out her hand. Good. You can start by giving me them designer shoes and that $300 watch you got on. Charlize, she's got an eye for the good stuff. Her older sister Juju, who's been taking care of Char since their parents died 2 years back, has got all kinds of stuff at her house. Most of it's still got price tags on it. She'll sell you a $300 pantsuit for $50, or a nice coat for a Benjamin, $100. Good deals if you got the dollars, which I ain't. Char's lucky. When my daddy died 3 years ago, Mama took her sewing machine to help her ease the pain. I sure wish she'd taken to getting me clothes off a store rack instead. Her sewing is a shame. Worm tells Charlize to forget about Miss Saunders and get out of here. Charlize don't let the new broad off so easy. You don't scare me, she says, putting her hands on her hips. But before Miss Saunders can speak, here comes Ty, interrupting everything. I see you've met Charlize, Ty says to Miss Saunders. Ty teaches math. She is weird too. She stands at the blackboard with one leg leaning on the other like a flamingo. She does yoga and hums like a heater on the blink. Ty is a strange chick, I'm telling you. I see you made it, she says to Miss Saunders, grabbing both her arms and squeezing them tight in a friendly girl-to-girl squeeze. Ty looks funny standing next to Miss Saunders, who must be close to 6 feet tall. Ty is short with long hair and 2 sets of silver hoop earrings in her ears, and a small hole in her nose where she puts her nose ring when she ain't at work. We're old college roommates, she says to Charlize. You will love this woman around. She really makes things happen. I don't know why Ty is telling all this to Charlize. She knows Charlize couldn't care less. Ty and Miss Saunders head for the office. Ty tells Worm and Charlize to get to class. Sure, Ty, Charlize says, all sweet and innocent. When Char is halfway up the hall, Ty looks over her shoulder at me and says, That goes for you too, Miss Madison. So just to recap, we're still actually in the exposition. So far, all we've really learned is our main character is Malika, but we see the strong supporting characters of Charlize, who we can't really tell what her relationship with Malika is. She seems to lend her clothes, but she seems to be kind of a bad kid. And then Miss Saunders, who Malika specifically references is going to mess up her life. So I'll be thinking about Miss Saunders when I think about the conflict. As I read, those of you who have already responded to chapters 1 through 3, most of you say the conflict is Malika is being teased, and I do definitely agree with you. But now, as we come up to the rising action, which is going to start to escalate from here on, we're watching this problem of Malika being teased grow. And I specifically want you to think about, how does Miss Saunders affect that problem? If she's being teased, what does Miss Saunders have to do with it? Because she told us Miss Saunders was part of her conflict. So that's it for chapter 2. I hope that I get to read chapter 3 with you soon. Have a wonderful day, guys.